Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on the Comedy of Errors, and today we get to hear from Antipholus of Ephesus from Act 3, Scene 1. Act 3, Scene 1. So poor Antipholus of Ephesus, his wife is under the impression that he has a wandering eye, and he had been out getting this necklace for her, which was making him late for dinner, and he tried to make other dinner plans along the way, but then when he finally got back to his home, he found out that he was barred from it, and it's because Antipholus of Syracuse was physically dragged there by Adriana, Antipholus of Ephesus' wife, thinking that that was her husband. She dragged Antipholus of Syracuse there to have dinner, and they posted Dromio of Syracuse outside as sort of the bodyguard for the place to prevent anybody else from coming in. So when Antipholus of Ephesus gets there, they're like, no, you can't come in. That's just it. And he got so angry that he got to the point where he wanted to break down the door to get into his own house, as he should be allowed to. But his friend Balthazar in yesterday's monologue was like, that's a really bad idea, if for no other reason than because everybody is going to see you do that, and you don't want to have that reputation. You don't want that scandal following you around that you broke down the door to your own home. And Antipholus of Ephesus says, you have prevailed. I will depart in quiet, and in despite of mirth mean to be merry. I know a wench of excellent discourse, pretty and witty, wild, and yet too gentle. There will we dine. This woman that I mean, my wife, but I protest for that dessert, hath oftentimes upbraided me withal. To her will we to dinner. Get you home, and fetch the chain. By this I know 'tis made. Bring it, pray, to the Porpentine, for there's the house. That chain will I bestow, be it for nothing but to spite my wife, upon mine hostess there. Good sir, make haste. Since mine own doors refuse to entertain me, I'll knock elsewhere to see if they'll disdain me. So he agrees with what Balthazar is saying. He's like, it's probably, yeah, okay, we'll let this go. For now, I'll come back and I'll talk to my wife about it some other time. But then also just to kind of be mean to her, and he admits that this is to spite his wife, the chain or the necklace that he had been talking to Angelo the merchant about earlier, and that we heard Adriana talking about a few days ago in one of her monologues, instead of giving that necklace to Adriana, he's going to give it to a whore that he knows, because whores would work in hotels or pubs, that sort of thing. So they're going to go and eat at this particular pub where this whore works that he knows, and he's going to give her the chain instead of giving it to his wife, just to piss off his wife, because at this point he can, and he's really miffed about not being allowed into his own house to be able to eat dinner. So first we had the 1,000 marks that Dromio from Ephesus didn't know anything about, even though Antipholus of Syracuse thought he should. So there's one prop that has now been thrown in the mix, and now we get the second one, this chain that Antipholus of Ephesus is going to give to a hooker instead of giving to his wife. So there's another prop that could possibly end up in the wrong place, as we have all of these mistaken identities and props going crazy and all that sort of thing. So yeah, but anyway, that takes us to the end of Act 3, Scene 1. They leave to go their separate ways. Antipholus is going to go to the Porpentine to have dinner, and the merchant is going to go get the chain and meet him there in about an hour. And yeah, we're just getting into the thick of the confusion, and we still got to figure out how it's all going to sort out by the end of the play. So I'll see you tomorrow as we dig further in and start to see maybe how it's going to sort itself out. I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah.